Cancer, you've been holding this together emotionally far longer than you should have, and it's really starting to wear on you. So let's see exactly what you've been carrying for way too damn long and what happens when you actually put it all down. So it's going to be for my Cancers, Sun, Moon, and Rising, as well as Venus. Go ahead and like, follow, and share this with another Cancer. Just know that I did go ahead and open up my personal reading, so make sure y'all check the link in the bio, but let's talk more about what I'm showing. Okay, let's talk about what you've been carrying. So what I have here for you is the Empress, the Five of Wands, and the High Priestess. So what you've been carrying is the fact that you've been having a vision of your life, especially when it comes to your heart, especially when it comes to the people around you that you really connect with as well. And so with this, being this Empress, you have a vision for your life and what you've always been wanting. And you've been planting your seeds and you've been pouring into this, you've been watering your different seeds, your different relationships, and now you're starting to see the fruits of that labor. You're starting to see which ones are working and which ones are not. And so a lot of times when they aren't working, you're kind of stuck to figure out, do I want to let that go? Because I poured so much into it. I gave so much into this. I don't know if I'm ready to let go of all the hard work I poured into it just because it's not sprouting the way that I'm hoping. And so with this, there is this level here of the Five of Wands where the thing is that you're hopeful and you're pouring into someone where your guys' lifestyles aren't really aligned. What you're wanting out of your life, they're not aligned. So although you've been pouring into this connection, it was kind of never supposed to work because you guys were never actually aligned. Maybe one of you guys wanted a whole 10 babies. Another person's like, I want 0 babies. Maybe someone was saying, you know, I want an open relationship. Another one's like, I want a closed one. But you were pouring, hoping that you can change this person, hoping that this person can be what you have always visioned them to be, right? Vision this relationship to be. But in reality of it, that's not what they're wanting. And the reality of it, they're not trying to hurt you in the process. It's just that they're wanting something different for their lives, just like you want something different. And so with this, the High Priestess is coming out because you've been carrying on this hope of and being afraid to open up the full picture to realize that you guys aren't in alignment. The whole fact is that you've been carrying the fact that you've been not listening to your gut feeling, not listening to your intuition, that at times that maybe this isn't right for me. This connection, although I love this person, I want this person, the fact of the matter, if I looked at the full picture of what's going on, I'd have my answer that this really isn't working, that this won't work at this time. Maybe if things change and, you know, we compromise, because with the Five of Wands, somebody got to compromise. So maybe if someone compromises, meaning you, this can all work together, but you're really realizing the more and more you compromise, the more and more you realize your vision doesn't come to life. And so that's the problem. And it's starting to wear on you because now you're starting to resent this other person for not being what you want, but you already kind of knew from your intuition that they weren't going to be because you guys want different things. Is this person a bad person? No, that's not what I'm saying at all. You're not a bad person either. No one's a bad person in this situation. It's just that you guys want different things. And so it can't work if it's so much misaligned there, right? The morals, the values, the vision isn't the same thing. And so that's what I'm showing for you. Now, I do want to see a little bit more about what happens when you just, you know, put this all down. When you stop carrying all this and deciding that you're the one compromising all the time. So let's see. So if this is already resonating for you, go ahead and like, follow, and share with another Cancer. And of course, guys, just know that I did open up those personal readings. So check out that link in the bio. But let's talk more about what I'm showing. Okay, let's talk about when you let this all go. So what I have here for you is the Four of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, and the Page of Cups. So when you really start to put this down and decide, you know what, maybe I need to just work on myself, work on the alignment, you'll see more and more that you're going to realize that sometimes you cage yourself in. You cage yourself in because you're too afraid to make a decision. You're too afraid to understand like what's next in the future, right? With this, if you were to, let's say, close this, you were kind of afraid of not having someone there, feeling like love wouldn't be possible. There's like this limiting belief around love in your heart and receiving love that's really stopping you. And when you start to say, you know what, I can get all that I want, I don't have to settle. There's like this essence of you feeling like you have to settle or you have to compromise to make someone happy, but then you neglect yourself. And that may be something that you've seen with your family members and your friends and things. And you're like, okay, well, that's what I have to do to make a relationship work. Compromise. but everyone has to compromise. And so with this, you're starting to realize this. You're starting to look at this from a different perspective. Instead of being a victim, feeling like this person can never amount to what I want, you start to take ownership and say, you know what, I'm choosing someone that's not matching what I want. So you start to change the perspective. You no longer feel stuck or bounded. You start to have more power within yourself and to decide, who do I want to be here with me? Who do I not? Who's matching my energy and who is not? And taking that step to, instead of saying, okay, they get to tell me which direction to go because she's blindfolded, you're like, you know what, I can just push down this blindfold by wiggling myself out, and then from there I get to make that decision. I get to decide if I want to go forward, if I want to go backwards, or if I want to go in a loop-de-loop. You know what I mean? You get to decide, but you won't be able to understand this unless you come to terms of this connection, unless you were to put this down, because it will open up your eyes to really understand what's been going on internally that's really affecting your reality. Now, not only that, you'll see that the Four of Pentacles comes out because you'll have more stability within yourself. You'll have stability of what you're wanting. You'll start to guard your preciousness with it, which is who you are. You start to guard your ideas of what you're wanting and your vision, because that vision is your prosperity, right? And so you're going to start to guard that, and you're going to make sure that whoever you're entertaining, whoever you're coming in contact with and building connections with, that it's actually someone that's worth this energy and worth sharing this, worth opening it up and allowing yourself to be more open to them, right? And so this is why the Four of Pentacles coming out, because you're going to see you're going to be more stable. And then with this stability and with taking away this limiting beliefs, it's going to unlock opportunities to have a really beautiful love interest that comes to you with somebody that wants to see where this goes, somebody that's excited about this, and someone that wants to choose you. They're giving you your heart, giving you their heart, because they see that you can take care of it. And they also want to take care of yours. So they want to see where this can go, but it's going to be a new level for you because you just unlocked yourself. You just allowed yourself to grow. And that growth is raising your vibration, which is going to bring in a love that's different than the rest. It's going to bring in a new love that you haven't experienced because now you elevated. Okay. I see y'all. But that is what I'm showing here for you. Now I'm going to leave you off with an angel number, of course, and your yes, no question. So think of yes, no question. I'm going to go ahead and grab that angel number. For your yes, no question, you have 1313, which is clarity. And in that it says, as a storm passes, the clarity is felt faster than lightning is seen against the dark sky. The divine is reminding you that clarity is readily available. All you have to do is ask. You have weathered the storm and now the sky is clearing. 1313, that goes really well with your reading. Don't play with me because I know it does. That goes real well. Let me know if you've been seeing that in the comments. But let's go get your yes, no question answered. So hi, Spirit. Thank you so much for being here with us. But as you know, the person on the other side of this phone, they got a question. What is the answer to their question? And y'all, that's a yes. Thank you so much, Spirit. Appreciate that. And can you double confirm that for us one more time, the answer? And that's still a yes, y'all. Still a yes. So that's what I have for all of you. I hope this resonates to give you clarity as you move forward. If it does, make sure you comment, like, follow for your girl. And of course, if you're interested in personal reading, check that link in the bio. But I'll see y'all next time. Bye.